For every legacy, there are those who can describe it as a bad legacy or a good legacy. Both sides have a feeling as to why they describe it a good legacy and as why they say others say a bad legacy. Whichever way you want to go, it remains a legacy of a good person, a legacy of roads, a legacy of infrastructure, schools, bridges, a legacy of places joining to since time memorial. They had never been together. A legacy of people crossing for the first time. We still remember the legacy of Hitler, and he left a legacy. There were those who said Hitler was bad, and we continue to say Hitler was bad. It's a legacy. He left a legacy of bad things, memories of people being killed, being suffocated in trains, being put in gas chambers. But here we are. President Uhuru Kenyatta has left a legacy of a constitutional making, a Democrat, a soft-spoken, a person who forgives, a person who heals, a person who advocates for a redemption strategy, healing, restitution, reparation. That's why he brought a handshake. Without a handshake, President Uhuru Kenyatta would have not managed to bring this legacy to where it is today. We want to take this opportunity, therefore, to thank Raila Amolo Odinga for having taken the tenacity, the steadfastness to have a hand stretched out to his brother and said, "Ye, this is our nation. We are all Kenyans. You don't have another nation anywhere else." For some of us, like me, who has lost a nation, I felt so good that here are people who have seen that a nation matters than those who see a nation as a mere place where you come to trade corruptly and go. Some of us lost nations 37 years ago, and we might not get them, but God might give them back to us. But when a nation is functioning, allow it to function. Allow it to be yours. Own this nation peacefully. Vote peacefully. Don't talk of recrimination. Don't talk of vindictive politics, of saying, I will come back to investigate. I will do the Kaunda Chiruba politics. Kaunda and Chiruba were great friends, but Chiruba decided to lock Kaunda. You saw where Chiruba and how he ended. Being a Christian, always carrying a cross, a rosary. Actually, Kaunda, Chiruba is not different like Ruto. Ruto is Bible all the time. And Chiruba used to carry rosary everywhere. And he locked up. I remember I was in the delegation that went to plead for President Kaunda to be released. It took a long time for Kaunda to be released, and this actually affected his health. He was not the Kaunda we knew anymore. So when you start this type of signs, you are not doing anybody in Kenya any good. Let's unite, let's talk together, let's solve our problems as East Africans and Africans. Thank you very much for today, and thank you, all of you, for giving me your ears, your eyes, your brains, and for waking up so early to be with us. We have done our best. History will judge us whether we are right or wrong. But believe me or not, if I were a Kenyan, I would have gone to court to stop these elections. Thank you. If we were a Kenyan, and I want to repeat this, I would have gone to court to stop these elections because it is not. And I want to tell President Uhuru Kenyatta, he listens to me at times, not at times, he listens to me. He says what Bathanga says. That's why I wear his photograph without shame. I'm a friend. I'm a friend, not a mercantile capitalist coming to siphon money from him. I've never even asked for a penny. But I want to tell him that this election is full of pitfalls of insanity. Mr. President, you Kenyans, it's better to have a free, fair, transparent election than have a pitfall of insanity of elections not well prepared. This election, my age tells me there is something very wrong with this election. And therefore, if you want to hate me. But tomorrow you will like me. We have already set ourselves to nullification. If you read the Chief Justice's message today on the newspaper, Kenyans, read this of the Standard today. Judiciary keeping IEBC on narrow path as polls near. Tell me, if I were a Kenyan, I would go to court and register my application. If you refuse it, you can refuse it. But for me, I would have scored that history tomorrow will judge me rightly. When I went to ICC to register my application, people laughed at me. 21 applications, people laughed at me. They said, this Ugandan is mad. But I tell you, at the end of the day, Miriam and others listening, I won. My applications are on ICC website. Go there and read. Now, my English, not a lawyer, my English is there on record. I was telling them exactly what has breaking news come. The judge is going to sentence Paulo Gichero. Maybe by tomorrow. I don't want to say it here. I've already seen it. Didn't I tell them? But this election is not a very good election. It has not been well prepared. I'm sorry, Mr. President. You people can hate me. I am you. You hate me. But let me be. Even a son in the house has to say, this is not properly organized the election. And therefore, we are going for a fight. If the president is being insulted, the president is being insulted. He's the commander-in-chief of this army, of the security agencies of the Republic of Kenya. He's being insulted. This is exactly what we got in 1985 in Kampala, when we used to tell Obote that something is not right here. He says, no, those are my children quarreling. No, something is wrong here. I was Obote's PA. Where am I now? I'm in Mombasa shouting. Hey, you don't know life, you people. I was like a Jomo. Am I here now? Look at me. I've traveled 126 countries. But this election has been poorly managed, poorly arranged, poorly prepared. Chebukati should just get out and lock himself in committee. He's not fit to run an election in this country. Thank you very much, viewers. That's my message from the coastal city of Mombasa. I have finished my first phase of the legacy trend across the coastal region. Thank you very much, viewers. God bless you. I am Paul, a Gentile, preaching to the Jews. Remember my letter might not be like Paul's letter to the Philippa. But my people of Philippa, remember me when time comes. Thank you very much.